was built in 1978 when Edward Land had to show the capacity of color film for the Polaroid stockholders meeting. It wasn't made as a product. It was kind of an ad hoc machine made by camera junkies. The pod holds all the chemicals, and these pods are transported with a bicycle chain. So they took what was available in their tool shop. And he originally made it to copy works of art. He didn't think of it like as a portrait camera, or he certainly didn't imagine that it would, 21 years later, people would still be using it. You gonna smile?
That's a smile.
And so it doesn't have anything exotic in it, and some things weren't really well thought out. Where you cut it at the edge, it would have been easy to have a slicer there. See, the fringe at the top is where the pod breaks. I just love the look of it, and I think it's the signature of the camera. It sort of makes it more handmade. And I used to have to fight with them that if they were going to show my pictures, I wanted all the gook to show. Loading the film in the camera is very tricky. This is the double sticky tape that raises and lowers the negative. They just used all these different pieces that they had around. The metal stands are made from old Polaroid copy cameras, so they took what was available in their tool shop. And who knows where they got those wheels, probably from the Stop and Shop next door. Okay, so now look at the lens, don't look at me. The focusing is fun because you can actually focus like on a thread on a person's clothes. There's one guy who knows how to fix a camera, and his name is Pete Bass, and he retired from Polaroid about 9 years ago. And he was on the team that built the camera over the weekend for Dr. Land. And he comes in as a favor to me and helps me when I'm desperate. I did, like 3 times I went to the Big Apple Circus, and then one time I did a charity event. I mean, I don't think in my entire experience I've moved it more than 5 times. And now I would never move it, because now that everybody's retired, I would never risk anything happening to the camera. I mean, if anything big happened to the camera, I would be in duck soup. I mean, nobody would help me. For me, it's like a great machine. Okay. And it really reflects the time, I think, in corporate history when a guy was the head of a company and he wanted something and he could go to his tool shop on a Friday afternoon and say, by Monday I want a camera called the 20 by 24, and they'd all work like dogs all weekend and make it. Oh, so these are really good. Oh, I love this. Look at your little pinky. That's great. I think this is the best camera in the world, don't you? Thank you, Edward Land.